Okay, Shalom, Kal Halalim, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone, who rule well and who I learn His truth from, and salutations unto Akim wa Akwathim who take heed. Okay, coming back again. Basically, I typed in, I woke up, I typed in World War III, and some news came up, which is very prophetic and timely. And, these days, you can type in such matters like that, and you'll get all kinds of news, right? Because guess what? We're in that time. We're in the end times. We're in the last days. Okay, so this is from express.co.uk. It says World War III, right? Russia and Iran unite against U.S. over Venezuela crisis. Warn Trump stay out. Right now, bottom line is, at the end of the day, Russia and Iran, there's still other nations. There's still heathens, man. Right, and they're over there for their own interest. Venezuela is the top oil producing nation on the planet. Okay, and that actually ties in with the prophecy of Asher. So, like, you have Asher, right? His foot shall be dipped in oil. Now, the whole thing about this is when Saturday I was talking to some of the brothers, and we were talking about America's presence in South America, right, or just south of the border, right? Now, lest we forget, all right. You have to remember America, right? When it expanded west, in 1848, 49, you had the Western Expedition, and shortly after that, they so-called, discovered the states of Texas, New Mexico, California, which was previously Mexican territory, right? And they had a war over it, and they signed, I believe it was called the Treaty of Guadalupe, and those lands were ceded to America through the American Revolution, right, or war. But we're talking about South America, so even Central America. We're talking about on the highways, the Panama Canal Zone, right? And anytime America doesn't like what you're doing, they'll just come in, and they'll either take it, and they'll use overt tactics or methods, overtly take you over, like, for example, they'll send in the military, or covertly, which is secretive, special operations, and through their various agencies, right? And that's how they did it a lot, starting really from the 40s, man, in Honduras, Guatemala, and different places that they deemed they didn't like the leader. The leader was for them. Now, the thing in Venezuela, this guy Chavez, right? Well, we can read the article a little bit, right? It says top diplomats from Iran and Russia have spoken of their allegiance to Maduro, while also expressing the disapproval of any possible American intervention in the country. And again, America acts, which through prophecy they are the whore, all right, Babylon the great whore, which sitteth upon the beast, right, in the midst of many waters, which is these nations, because you cannot deny, after even, well, America's been great from the Industrial Revolution through the blood, sweat, and tears of the Israelites and their captivity. But the Industrial Revolution, World War I, World War II, America stapled itself as a superpower because it had atomic weaponry, right? From that time, man, from the late 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, America's on top, man. 90s, 2000s. It's right now you're dwindling because you're too expanded. Just like the Roman Empire, they were in too many places, man. They were too spread out, right? Stretched out. It says Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif spoke by phone yesterday in the hopes of uniting against America. See, and that's who's Iran. Iran changed its name to Iran, or the country of Iran changed its name to Iran in, if I'm not mistaken, 1935. From what? Persia. From Persia, man. All you gotta go is read Ezekiel 30:38. Okay, this is nothing but what's happening. or what you're seeing is happening is nothing but prophecy, what the word of the Lord had said, right, through his prophets, through his men. It says, right, down here it says Moscow had already volunteered to mediate between Maduro and opposition leader Juan Guaido, who has proclaimed himself the acting president of the country. And these guys are all set up. And again, Russia and Iran were joining their support for Maduro by China, Turkey, Bolivia, Cuba, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. See? And what's going to ultimately happen is every nation is going to hate America. Okay? Because you know what? They're finding out America has its hands and tentacles in almost every aspect of business in the world. Okay, it always meddles in other people's business, right? They want to talk about again. Look at the situation of Venezuela. Venezuela under Chavez, from '99 he was there, right, president, up until late 2000, 2010s around. He died. He was taken out, man. Okay, it's clear he was taken out. They got weapons because they said he died from his battle with cancer. ISA has weapons that can target frequencies in your body, man. Manipulate your nervous system. There's patents for this, man. Okay, but besides the point, he brought up the GDP. He brought down poverty levels and all these things. He was a good president. He was even good to the indigenous people of Venezuela. He made different laws to protect them. Esau wasn't having it, and if you remember, this is around the time when I came in the truth a couple years after, '09, maybe even a little before. I remember there was news of Chavez and Russia being hand in hand, and Russia bringing their big their military boats and gunships and missiles over to Venezuela. So that, of course, America didn't like. So they've been trying to take him out. But the thing is, man, everyone's gonna wake up to America being, the great Satan, basically. Okay, which a lot of countries in the Middle East, they already call it the great Satan. Okay, it's a damn beast. Another article here, right? Again, these are all wars and rumors of wars that are occurring. This is from Express News. January 28th, it says World War III fears. Iran vows to wipe Israel off map. Deadly airstrikes mapped. Okay? And it says World War III fears have escalated after Iran warned it will wipe Israel off the map after an Israeli airstrike killed Iranian military positions in Syria last week. See? And then people will say, oh, that's anti-Semitic and that's this and that. Well, first of all, how did they get that land? After World War II, you had the Rothschilds, right, under the British monarch, which they control. They had a mandate called the Balfour Declaration, which literally just ceded them the land. It wasn't given to them by the Most High. It wasn't a miraculous intervention, right? If those devils, man, them Amalekites, them Edomites, they claim to be God's chosen people, shouldn't the Most High put you in that land, right? Of course not, man. They'll never even touch on the subject. They got that land just like they got every other land through bloodshed, man, force. But then they have the right to tell you have hate speech. You're preaching hate, right? That's why the Most High is gonna f you people up, man. When He comes back, He's gonna restore order and justice. It tells you that justice and judgment are the habitations of His throne in the book of Psalms. So the Most High is all about justice, man. These people ain't about justice. Your whole damn legal system, man, is a farce, man. You have a lawyer, okay, which the word lawyer goes back to lawya, which is what the word where you get the word Levi from, the tribe of Levi, because they were the priests, they were the lawyers, they were the mediators, the judges, right? But what is another name for a lawyer? An attorney. When you look up the word attorney, it means to turn. That's why they tell you, man, them defense lawyers are some of the grimiest motherfuckers, man, because they know. A lot of them know, okay, you're guilty, but how can I possibly get you the least sentence or get you off scot-free? And then they might have a team of lawyers, man. This whole system is a farce, man, and the Most High is coming back to restore order, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for the Most High to come back. So let's get this. This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And this is a beautiful scripture that the apostles, man, brothers on down, been bringing out, because you have guys bucking up and getting weak, because it seems like it's tarrying, but it's really not. All right, everything, this is a movie. Everything has to play out. It can't play out in your favors, man. Okay? Like how you want it. It's about what the Most High wants. So these things are here, right? Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Whose soul is it talking about? You Edomites, man. Like in the old Planet of the Apes with Charles Heston, he said soul. He said soul, and then he opened the Edomite's mouth. He looked inside. He said, look in there. He said, do you see a soul in there? You know, and it's being, you know, very humorous, but it's not upright in him, man. It's not to do justice, right? That's why you Edomites are getting taken out of your rulership, and a lot of you Edomites are bugging out, man. You're making videos about, man, you guys are right. You are the chosen people, and we fucked up, and all these things, because it's plaguing you. Your time of rulership is at an end. Okay, the prophets, we, the hopeful elect, hopeful elect, we're telling you through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash, that your time is over, man. You've had your time. The Most High sets up judges and kings, and he brings them down. And what did you do? What did you do with your time? You not only messed up the people of the Most High, but you forwarded their affliction. Right? Verse 5, yea, also, this is the point I wanted, because he transgresseth by wine, and wine is an allegory, right? A parable for vain philosophies, other philosophies. Any other philosophy outside of the scriptures is vain. Okay, there's no good philosophy that's outside of the scriptures that's not vain. Everything is vain outside of these words, man. Okay? Everything outside of this living waters, these living waters, man. Okay, it's toxic, radiated, polluted water, man. Okay, that's the shit in Fukushima, Nagasaki. You guys are drinking, right? He is a proud man. Are not you Edomites proud, man? You have your Pride Month. You have American proud, Canadian proud. You are proud as hell, man. You are puffed up, and the Most High said, "Pride cometh before destruction." Okay. He's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right? That's the point I wanted. Who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? You don't keep at home. Where's your home? Mount Seir in the Middle East, south of Judah. All right? And you're enlarging as hell, meaning it's infinite for you. You have no a ceasing point. You have to keep going and going, right? And do you not gather all nations together? Is that not what after the Alexander's four generals died? You had one come from the Seleucid line, called Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, a wicked root, and he made all. He said, let's everyone be one again, and of one language. The Most High is not with that. The Most High is a separatist. He's a divisionist. Okay? He's not a unionist. He's not about people coming together. The Most High is a businessman. Hey, it's business, man. It's not personal. It's business. When you read the Torah, there's business and how to conduct yourself with your people and other nations, which is what? Separatism, man. Majority of you people, man, that talk about the Bible and teach the Bible, you don't have any authority to teach the Bible. You guys are being deceived by lying spirits, man. Right? Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And these nations are, man. That's what I said, man, earlier. These nations are going to all find out collectively, all together, that America keeps meddling his business in every other nation. If you don't want democracy in your land, if you don't want to give them something they want, they're gonna stage a coup. They're gonna call you terrorists. We have to send in the freedom fighters, the Navy SEALs, the airstrikes, the drones. They'll come and fuck shit up, man. And the process of information that comes out of there is gonna be controlled because they have gatekeepers, which is an actual term for on the internet. Gatekeepers. Information passes in and out. They're the ones that control, that monitor it. If something, just like during the whole Syria thing, I remember when that whole Syria thing started. I was with a brother. We were getting our security license, and I was in the place, and the TV was on, and the supervisor was just drinking the Kool-Aid, man, just talking shit about this guy's so. But that was a whole. Come to find out now, years later, man, that was what 6 years ago. Right? Come to find out what the hell happened. America had his fucking filthy hands in there. Okay? Just like every other place. Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya. The Gaddafi thing, man. I remember that too. We were getting excited. We thought World War III was kicking off. That was back in 2010 or 2011. You know? But what happened, man? He wanted to tell America to F off. He had the substance, his own gold, his own resources. America went in there. Again, man, these are things that happen over and over again. With the CIA running the crack, right? With the Contras in Central America. Late 70s and 80s, that whole crack epidemic. I wonder how that happened. That was from you dirty ass Edomites, man. But again, you have the nerve, man, to talk about hate and you guys this, and we're not even doing anything. You guys, talking about the Israelites, but you guys are the ones that's actually enforcing these laws, executing these laws, killing people, man, displacing whole families, doing all kinds of wickedness, man, tricking people, lying to them, right, man? There's a lot that's going to be spewed upon you. Shameful spewing, as the scripture says, right? And that debt, it's like that clay is debt, that thick clay, man. You guys, your debt clock, man. I laugh at you peons, man. You know, talking with all your bullshit economics, man. I took economics in grade 11. I was in truth. That was all economics I needed. I knew I never needed to know anything else about economics, man. When my damn teacher he was explaining a term, right? An economic term, and he actually drew a damn roller coaster. He said, this is how the economy works. There's a up and there's a down. Well, guess what? In the ancient world, you had a barter system for the most part. And you had different forms of currency. Whatever was precious and in need, that was currency. If I can go to one region of the world and get something precious, whether it be a herb, whether it be a damn certain stone, whether it be something that's not available in your region, and people know about it, there's a benefit to it, there's something that people need from it, and you bring it back, you can now trade or charge people a certain price for that, because it's not something you can get up and get every day, right? But the whole economic system is a farce, man, because once you devils they took your dollar off the gold standard, which means it was backed by something, which prior to 1933 it said redeemable by gold. Now your fancy little fiat currencies, your banknotes, okay, it says unredeemable. Right? You people, man, you're not gonna wake up till it's too late. All right, it says, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, right? Meaning spoils. That's what booties mean. So these nations are they're gonna wake up, man, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Right? So again, man, all these nations finding, oh, holy shit, that 70s or 80s or 90s or 2000 coup or conflict or whatever it was, that was from America, right? All these things occurring, man. They're the ones that train the damn terrorists. You got America saying we can never win in Afghanistan with the Taliban. Well, who's giving the damn guns and resources and funds and money to the Taliban, to the Mujahideen when they were fighting the Russians? What about ISIS? People are bugged the hell out, man. The information is literally there, and you won't look, and you'll call people that bring it out crazy. Well, keep calling us crazy, man. All right. Have you not spoiled many nations, man? Has not Britain, just one Edomite country, invaded 9 out of 10 countries in the world? That's a 90% ratio, percentage rate, right? That's one. We're not talking about Spain. We're not talking about Portugal. We're not talking about France. Any other country, America. We're talking about just Britain. So America, man. Again, the Most High set you up as a dainty beauty for the world, but underneath is a bunch of wickedness, and now the skirt is being lifted up. Verse 9, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house. And covetousness is looking at a man's possessions and wanting it. And you're lusting and, man, I want that. And then you take it. Now, how does this devil take it? Takes it by the sword. And then he'll implement laws backed by the sword to keep you in check. Which is why there's a saying called the pen is mightier than the sword. They don't have to, with the swipe of a pen, they have the legislatures and judicial system, and boom. And they have their other form of psychological tactics and weapons and brainwashing and all this shit. And that doesn't work. You act out, well, here's a sword. And he doesn't have to do it. He has little pansies, little pawns to do it via the police agencies and other small paramilitary groups, man. He might have a damn civilian arrest you because he brainwashed him so good. Citizens arrest. So this man set up a perfect system, being a perfect devil on the left-hand side. But guess what? Your whole shit is crumbling. Because the Most High, he's been looking at it the whole time. He just ignored the cries of the Israelites because we had to go through our punishment. But now he's turning back unto the elect. And you're effed, man. You're done. Okay? Your ass is grass, man. It says that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. And how is he setting his nest on high? With them satellites, and he keeps talking about the sixth branch of the military, which is the Space Force, and he wants to go up there and hide from the Most High and fight the Most High and his angels. Yahushai, man, you're in a big delusion, man. Verse 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. See? How do you cut off many people, man? He'll take over your land and convince you you're such and such. Take away your language, your customs. Okay? To the point where you don't know who the hell you are, man. Alright, so that was really it I wanted. Again, this thing is close. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes peeled. I want to say Ka halalim la Yahweh ba'Hashem Yahushai ba'Hashem haracha kodash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS who I learned this truth from, and salutations unto you Akim wa Akwathim that take heed, Lord's will. Till next time, Shalom.